that he used in game 2, and indeed he used Chisaet and Jonas Apete to start for the Petrogas Angels this set 1.
So a couple of adjustments here on the side of the Petrogas Angels, which Paneng mentioned worked for them in game number 2 of this series. Gagate will try. They bump this one to Sabete, challenging the blockers of Zeus Coffee. They go to Arroyo from the left pin. That was saved.
A good save.
It's still alive, still playable. They send this one over. Chance for the blue shirts. And they give this one to Gagate. Gets the first point of the ball game.
First point pa lang tayo for this game. And of course, Cloan already activating Thea. We mentioned the same lineup from Petrogas Angels, but this is a change in the lineup for Zeus Coffee because Jov Gonzaga will start for their squad.
And we all know how lethal Jov can be as well. She's been an integral part of this Zeus Coffee team.
Pagdating namin ng college, grabe yung training and grabe yung discipline. So we learned a lot during our university days.
Which says a lot about the composure here of Thea as we get back to this game. Zeus Coffee holding on to a 1-point advantage. Saet will send this one to Myla Pablo. Puts it away.
Good serve from Pablo.
From Coso. Dug up. They go to MJ Phillips. Right on the money for Phillips. Middle blockers, of course, here for Petrogas, scoring 11 points in their match versus Zeus Coffee in that previous game. Hoping to replicate that as well. Petrogas has it. The toss to Van Sickle. Dug up. Side with a 1-2. Nobody there for Zeus Coffee. Great the entire time and has been one of the instrumental figures here for the Angels. Let's get back to this game. 4-point lead for Petrogas. That's inside.
Above the blockers.
Yep.
Yeah, good hit from Arroyo. Thea Gagate in the middle.
Sabete will adjust. Regalo for Rempalma. She'll take it. Saet, one-hand set to Phillips. Babalik sa Petrogas. Easy over, a chance for Zeus Coffee. Nothing yet. Saet to Phillips. Just not enough firepower to send it over.
Sa Petrogas Angels, and we're seeing a 6 points advantage for the red shirts, but that one is a quick side out from Cloan Mondoñedo.
You know, the points that she can get, as well as that leadership experience. Good save from Jonah. Brooke. Babalik sa Petrogas. She saw it. Decides to go to BVS again.
Oh,
Dug up.
Grabe yung defense si Jov Gonzaga.
Against Brooke also, nonetheless. All right, she saw it. Finds Brooke. Trying to make something happen, and she does. Second best middle blocker at the end of the preliminary round, or the qualifying round rather. So you all know how talented she is. An excellent net coverage always for her, except that time because it will go. Chisa, it will serve. Arroyo makes do. Saet. The toss to Brooke. Nobody there for Zeus Coffee. Zeus Coffee trying to play catch-up here in the first set. 3 points down. Saet, they need a good swing. They go to Brooke. Arroyo from the left pin. And that is good for Chini Arroyo. 2-point lead for the Angels. Myla Pablo will serve. Mondoñedo back set to Gamit. Saet to Phillips. Not this time. One hand.
Oh! Veteran move, Chisaet. She's the leading scorer so far for the Petrogas Angels.
23 big points for BVS. It's a good serve from her. Troncoso with a push. Good cover.
Oh, what a back roll from Arroyo.
With so much confidence as well.
And hindi pa kumpleto yung approach na yun.
Early point here for the Akari Chargers. Alba will try to chase. That is still alive. Great defense here by Choco Mucho. That one will go to the Akari Chargers, though there's going to be a
Good hustle for the Flying Titan.
With Royce being one of the leaders in the offense for Choco Mucho's quarterfinal run, syempre lumakas lalo ang loob niya. Not minding the fatigue that comes with the stretch of the competition, saying, andito na tayo sa dulo, susuko pa ba tayo? But she also attributes this mindset to her role as a corporal in the army that really stretches.
4-point lead for Akari. Little too tight. One hand set. Drop ball. Almost. Here comes Petro. Will adjust. Good cover. Miscue. Chance here. Akari. They take this one to Vesperos. Isamolde. Victoria sends it over. Ponce. Babalik kay Molde. Right on the money. Taking control here in our first set. Eli Soyod tries to stop the run. Remember, for the Choco Mucho Flying Titans, they're looking for their third straight finals appearance here in the AFC.
Yes.
5 points now for Eli Soyod. We're tied at 15. Not for long. 2-point lead for the Flying Titans. The Speros will adjust. Saved by Cici. Cobb will go to Faith. Is blocked. Coverage was there though for Ivy Laxina. What a dive by Hazareno. Here comes Cici. What a sharp angle. Not the best of passes, receptions here for Akari. Will give that point to the unforced error. 17 now for the Flying Titans. Mitch Cobb to Ivy Laxina. Finally for the Choco Mucho Flying Titans. They're down by 4. Molde will serve. That's another good serve. Disrupting the offense of the Chargers. Cici Rondina going over the blocker. Finding the corner. Pero sometimes iba nawawala ka lang sa loob. At any rate, again, 3-point lead here for Akari. Soyod. Nothing yet. Hazareno bumps this one to Eli from the right pin. 23 serving 18. Things going really well here for the Chargers. What will Choco Mucho do? Alba.
That's too low.
Soyod again. This time dug up. Rondina. Here comes Faith. X marks the spot. Staying alive here in the second. Mitch Cobb to Eli Soyod. And that is how you end.
But let's see if the strategy of Mars will change here in set number 3.
It really has to change. Here comes Soyod. Dug up by Alba. Rondina finds a way.
That she has developed back in her beach volleyball days. And as she tells me, pang muscle memory talaga to. Kailangan kong sanayan yung sarili sa galaw. Cici mentions the importance of being personally conditioned. Going back to thinking how her personal
Was there for that first contact.
And we need more points coming from Tobino. She scored 15 in their previous match. Soyod will try!
onto it. She tells me walay na usab. In Tagalog, meaning walang nagbago. That's how she describes the style of Choco Mucho Flying Titans here in the semifinals. Still the same old gritty team that we have seen all conference long. But if there's anything she wants in her team as their captain, it's for everyone to step up. You know their circumstances, and just like I mentioned earlier.
Back to 1-point lead here for the Flying Titans. Pacanya to serve. They give this one to Ivy. She's denied. They'll try one more time. Much better execution here for Laxina. In their previous match, she scored 20 points. Right now, she is at 21. It is only the third set.
What a spot. The attack of Cici Rondina. That's why it's important for Mars Alba to execute here with her middle blockers.
Soyod.
Ooh, that's inside.
Remember, this is going to be very crucial for these two teams. They want to start strong in the semifinal series. The toss to Royce Tobino, powering that one. Good cover from Choco Mucho. Scrappy play here from Akari. Dina Wong finds Isa over the blockers. Blocking team averaging 2.26 kill blocks per set. But so far, net coverage is good for them in this match. Here comes Molde. It's a 1-point lead for Choco Mucho. Faith Desperos with a hit out of her own. All our volleyball fans, this Saturday, it's an 8-7 on the scoreboard. Right now, not for long though. Get louder for Dina Wong. She will serve. Cobb finds Ivy. They toss this one to Royce Tobino.
Down the line.
One of the powerhouses here for the Akari Chargers. As Cobb will choose said Domingo. 15 serving 16. Rondina straight to the hands of Soltones. What an attack!
They're scoring big in this match.
A deadlock at 17-all. Team captain Mitch Cobb serves. Cici Rondina unpacks! Well, this game deserves a 5-set extension here. Kung pwede lang. But here comes Annie. And you know what? Annie goes, no, I don't think so.
Not today.
Not today.
I'm trying to finish it in 4 sets in the quarterfinals against PLDT.
Mental toughness. Broken play there for Akari. Chance for Choco Mucho. They wrote it. Isa Molde. Nothing yet. Soyod asking for space. Easy over. Another chance for Choco Mucho. This time, 1-2-3. Rondina Wong. Oh my goodness. Cici Rondina a while ago asking for coverage
help
from her teammates. Yeah. Rondina again.
What a spot.
Finds the line.
She's doing everything here. Royce Tobino. 8 for the Flying Titans, 6 for the Chargers. Here's Sed Domingo serving with 14 points now. Gretchen Soltones.
Soltones.
Great angle there from Gretchen.
What a game for Mitch.
The team
Good serve.
captain. Tobino.
Now
that.
Van Sickle. Negrito on the back set to Carlos. That is set back. A redo for Creamline. Pons will try. Then Piatura with the save. They go to Pablo. Popped up by Galanza. Pons. And that drops for Bernadette Pons as we get the support from Alexis Densay. Alexis? Against Cherry Tigo in the quarterfinals for Bea de Leon. Negrito looks at the options. What a fake! Looked at Pangs Panaga and
Rania Musa will replace Rem Palma.
Seeing action for the first time, she too was missed by her squad. Meanwhile, a response coming from Van Sickle. Again, over reception. And a free point for the Angels.
Hindi nagtatagpo yung second touch and yung third touch.
And because of that, the lead is down to 1. Petro Gazz has a chance to tie things up. Not that time. Pons finds
The importance of balance pagdating sa production. And itong double substitution will always give Petro Gazz a 3-woman hitter formation.
an attack of Galanza kept alive by Petro Gazz. It goes back to the white shirts. Carlos. Cheng is now in the game, able to save it. Play continues. It's now Petro Gazz's turn. Maizo Pontillas. Dug by Pons. We have a long rally alert ended by Brooke Van Sickle. Deadlock again at 17-all. Negrito. Galanza in the middle. 18 serving 17. Cheng on the setup to Musa. That was read by the blockers of Creamline, but Van Sickle won't be denied to do serving duties for Creamline. It's a good first ball by Pablo. It goes back to her, but dug by Gemma Galanza. Here comes Pons. Barbon with the pickup. Saet goes back low. Attack of Van Sickle.
Close the opening set.
Negrito goes back to Carlos on a better attack. Creamline only down by 1 point. Saet goes to the running MJ Phillips, who had a good vantage point from the top. And possibly a momentum breaker as well, because Coach Sherwin already used up his 2 timeouts. Let's see what they do here. Galanza down the line, saved by Sabete. Chance, they go to Van Sickle, blocked. Recovered by Sabete. Free ball. And PVL. For the Petrogas Angels, they had to overcome the challenge brought about by the Zeus Coffee Thunderbells as Van Sickle in set number 2, 4 serving 7. Saet goes to MJ Phillips.
Kneel and dip. The crowd is electric. And as you can see, I'm here with the Petrogas fans. They're showing up in full force. Speaking of the Angels, I had a quick chat with Brooke Van Sickle, and she shared something interesting. She and her parents stumbled upon an old Creamline game from 8 years ago.
They go back to her. Valdez checked. Panaga with no choice but to give up a free ball. Saet goes to Musa. That slow kind of puts the defense at a standstill, which Negrito also knows. Olympians, Filipino Olympians, being shown on What Sports, their story all throughout the Paris 2024. And the lead down to just 2. Cheng sets up Phillips. Attacking from the left. Valdez does the same. Off the block in the point. And Creamline down by only 1. PVL serving. Cheng. Van Sickle sent back. Maiza Pontillas. What a hit. Kyle. Better setup this time. Valdez with the push. That is going to Bernardo on another hit. Unable to set up a play. And Van Sickle.
Creamline has to get a good pass.
12 points now for BVS. Pons. And very unlikely for a team that finished number 1 in terms of receiving. And the elimination round, the trouble continues. They've yet to find an answer. Musa, attack slowed down. Negrito will set up back set to Carlos. And they need to get her going.
Teams are equally as skilled and hungry to get this first win. Adding to that, the familiarity with each other's moves inside the court. What will set one team apart is the mental toughness. Makikita daw talaga dito sa court kung sinong uhaw and who's gonna fight it through mindset-wise. Now their unforced errors. Now can Creamline cut the bleeding and extend to set 4? We'll find out in a few. Back to you, Dip and Neil.
Thank you, Alexis, for that report. Let's see whose mental toughness looking good and sharp here. Creamline looking for answers. Attack picked up by Sabete. Valdez saves that one. Carlos on a cross-court hit.
Spike of the set is brought to you by Dunkin'. Pasalubong ng bayan.
They have to get her going here if they want to have a shot. Van Sickle on the push. And it works.
She's been scoring off of ad-lib plays.
Back set, Sabete.
Wow. A bullet from Jonas Sabete. she's just reminding everybody that she is still an option in the right pin, even
Yeah.
in broken plays. We're seeing a lot of sets papunta kay Brooke Van Sickle. But when you take a look at the efficiency of Jonas Abete, mataas din eh. So pwede mo rin siya bigyan ng bola. Zone 1 has been the target of the Coal Smashers.